Inspirational Nomad. 20.3 thousand subs. Sam there. So he posts this thing in his community page. Never take critics too serious. They can't do any better or else they would. And then he posts this here. A critic is a man. Okay, it's a man who knows the way but can't drive the car. Now, I could, is he talking about me? Is he talking about Camo Dave? Because I did kind of talk about certain boring nomads today who are just kind of like driving around in their cars just, well, I could live in the house. I could live in a condo. I could live in a tent. I could live in a UFO. I don't know, UFO, anyway. So I'm just saying a nomad, I won't say man, a nomad is a person who can drive the vehicle but doesn't know the way. How about that? You drive all over the place, but you don't know where you're going. Sometimes you're just driving in circles. Orlando to Fort Myers to Fort Lauderdale to back to Orlando to Kissimmee to St. Petersburg to Tampa to Miami and around you go. West Palm Beach, Orlando. I don't know, man. So, we got a video from Trippin Traci on May the 1st. She's camping with a man she's never met. She mentioned that she was going to be camping up in Tennessee with a man who was a troll on her channel, okay? So, and she posts on May the 6th the video of her and another guy, Harv, I guess his name is, wearing just married masks. Okay, I guess this was the guy she went up to Tennessee to visit, and she's changed. She was recently married. She got divorced. She's had several other husbands, but now she's married again. So we were under the impression she got married, right? Yeah, then she posts this on there. Married, okay, Harv, married Harv Goen. Trippin Traci is with Harv Goen, married May the 6th. She posts on May the 7th, we're blowing up on YouTube because I mentioned that she got married. Camo Dave, right? And we got May 9th, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Harv Goen and I stopped to enjoy the view and let the vans cool down. Enjoying the camp coffee in Tennessee with Harv on May the 11th. Cooking up some steaks with potatoes, onions, and mushrooms on May the 12th with Harv. At a concert, The Soul of Motown with Harv. Away Jose's Mexican restaurant in Gatlinburg on May the 15th with Harv. And yesterday, I guess that's May the 18th, she posts this. Today is a sad day. Harv and I parted ways after spending our last night together in a hotel. The bathroom at the Hilton Garden Inn in Gatlinburg is amazing. There are a few things we need to work out before we can be together full time. I'm driving back to my home base in Georgia for a short break. She was jumping on a bed. If you watch the video down there, she jumped on a bed and got hurt a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, she says, before I drive to North Carolina for my meetup with Camo Dave. Keep an eye out for new videos on my YouTube channel for more details. Have a great day. So, she and Harv, did she and Harv really get married? Are she and Harv already kind of going their separate ways? It's only been a little more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What's up, Tracy? I think the one thing I really love about Campervan Kenny's channel, Kevin's channel, is show us the bill. He does. He always says to put bills up on the screen. I wonder why. Found perfect platform to build 4x4 Overlander, transmission service, and Martini needs vet. And transmission service 24723. All right, another excellent video from Snow and Kurt, the American couple there that are traveling in Central America. What did they leave? El Salvador. They drive into Honduras, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, bureaucracy stuff they have to do to get across the border. Takes them forever. Then they spend one night at a KFC parking lot in Honduras, and then they're immediately going into Nicaragua. I was going to say Nevada. Nicaragua, right. Anyway, so again, I don't know, 6:45 in the morning, they approach the border. They don't get through all the border stuff until almost noon. So it's a lot of bureaucracy and this and that and whatever. So finally make it into Nicaragua and get some yummy food and head to the campsite. So more heading south for snow and curd. Hey, let's do some letters here on the 19th of May, 2021. We were talking this morning about how a lot of these channels are getting kind of boring right now, you know. Again, there are patches like this. You get just... It's just boring. You know, everybody's doing the same thing or just not doing much at all. The pandemic's kind of over. We got some holidays coming up. There's, you know, the end of a gas shortage in the Southeast. I don't know. It's just like nobody's really doing much. Nathan says, Dave, I've only been watching these nomads for 3 years, and honestly, it's all the same. They all go to the same places. They all try to get you to buy products using their Amazon account. A nomad that needs me or any other watchers to support them for sure gets boring. Unless you're Morgan, unless you're like Morgan, who's willing to show some skin, then they will all get boring. No fear to Chuck Ray. Nomad YouTube channels. What is the more prosperous content style? Camera close-ups on their face while talking. Camera on the scenery while talking. More time with the camera pointing at the scenery with dubbed-in music instead of talking. Does the amount of time a nomad YouTuber has the camera pointing at themselves talking instead of scenery say anything about their sense of importance? Male nomads on YouTube versus female nomads on YouTube. Which talks more? Sala13 says, Carolyn's RV life got new tires today, Dave. Not sure how you could call this a slow news day. New tires! I guess she gave the old ones, I mean, the used ones, I mean, wait a minute. They're not old, but they are used. The not old, but used tires, the old ones, the previous, let's make sure, yeah, she gave the previous ones away. Now she's got new tires, right? Polvo Valetti says, and one thing I'm doing more and more when these new channels come my way is if they are pushing their Patreon, PayPal, GoFundMe, merch, etc. within the first 5 minutes of a video, then I take a hard pass. It tells me that the money they can extract from viewers is more important than the quality of the content that they produce. I guess TASMAN isn't too terribly bothered by the boring nomads. He says, the most excitement today is going to get my meds at the pharmacy. You know, man? Hey, we hear from Unstoppable Morgan. You're not a struggling YouTuber if you aren't supported by Jackery. Don't buy those overpriced pieces of crap. RV Camper says, what exactly do you want, Dave? I don't eat gloppy food. I don't hang out in quartzsite. I don't have a dog, an electric bike, an ATV, a significant other, or Patreon. You keep covering the same old. Maybe you need a change. You know, we do mix a lot of people. We do put a lot of nomads that you guys recommend into the mix. I do, you know. There's, But, and I'm not saying that every nomad I'm watching now is going to continue to be boring forever and ever and ever. But it just seems like right now, most everybody is boring. I don't know. Maybe it's the time of the year. I don't know. It just seems like everybody's kind of like, now what? Rhonda says, I think that most of these nomads are in reality too old for this lifestyle. I did the cross-country nomad thing in the 70s in a VW bus without all the fancy accessories. Wandered around from coast to coast, working when I need money. Not, would I do it now? Probably not. My idea of wandering now is going from upstairs to downstairs and out to water my tomatoes. And I know better than to put that on YouTube. Rob MM says, amen, RV nomad videos are too boring right now. The videos shouldn't be over 5 minutes. That's another thing I see. You know, okay, you show some road scenery, you show some eating, you show some people hanging around a campfire, 3, 4, 5 minutes max, but no, sometimes it's 35 minutes, 45 minutes, I mean, really, you don't, just, I got to make this video as long as I possibly can, shorter segments, keep it down. I don't know. Everybody, that ought to do it for Letters and More for the 19th of May, 2021. Thank you so much for watching Blog Under.